my name is Katie and you're watching my channel Super Console, where today I am going to be reviewing Mario Party 10 for Wii U, which is, if you don't know how you wouldn't know, it's part of a really long running series of Mario Party games which started on the N64 in about 1998, around that time. And it's basically a game, it's set on a board game style, and you go around a little board, and there are lots of random mini games that pop up, and the mini games are definitely the best bit of this game. So I haven't played this since the N64 days, when I used to have lots and lots of arguments with my friends over it, which is probably the best part of Mario Party games, really, all the arguments. So I'm really excited to see how Mario Party 10 is, so here we go, here's my review. The core mechanic of Mario Party has stayed the same for 17 years. You play as the character from the main Mario crew on a virtual board game, rolling a dice to travel around the map and every now and again battling out in various minigames to claim points, in this case stars. As with any game that involves a dice, there's a certain amount of luck involved, but for me, it feels like the board setup of Mario Party 10 is especially random, as winning most of the time comes down to whose turn it is when you pass through a special star gate. One element that has recently changed though is that in older Mario Party games, you know, the good ones, you and the other players would move around the board separately, making things a bit more competitive. But since Mario Party 9, however, you now travel as a group in a dinky little car, which for me completely mollified my whole competitive spirit. It also feels like the boards in Mario Party 10 are a little more linear than in previous entries, and the devs have trimmed out some of the features that made the game a little more complex, like board games should be. I'm pretty sure that even in the N64 days of Mario Party, there was more strategy and skill involved than this. So what about the minigames? Well, unfortunately the minigames also seem to occur less frequently in Mario Party 10, as they only happen when, and if, you land on a special tile, rather than after all players have had their turn. Which is a shame because, let's face it, other than the heated arguments, the minigames are the best part of the game. In fact, one game I played, we managed to traverse the whole board only landing on one solitary minigame tile. Talk about tedious. The minigames themselves though are still very good and great fun to play with friends. My favourite ones so far being Bubble and Bogey for a little bit of golfing action, the classic Bouncy Brawl where you bounce other players off a levitating trampoline, and the Fast and Furious Rapid River Race, where playing at max speed while avoiding obstacles is actually really tricky. In fact, there are loads of ace minigames in Mario Party 10 to keep you entertained, so even if you think the whole board game bit is a bit rubbish, you can just play the free play mode and pretend you're playing a WarioWare game. The visuals are also fantastic, on par with Super Mario 3D World's bright and colourful world, and absolutely super in HD, just what we'd expect from a Nintendo game. However, I felt there are a lot of long, annoying loading screens, which they were constantly trying to cover up by reminding you to turn your Wiimote around. So what about the new modes? Well, one of the best parts of Mario Party 10 is the brand new Bowser mode, where the player with the Wii U gamepad takes control of the great and powerful turtle, basically trolling the other players as they attempt to move around the board. The main idea is that the 4 players in the car must escape Bowser's clutches, while as Bowser you roll the dice to catch up and take down the other players. When Bowser catches you, players will engage in special Bowser themed minigames where Bowser attempts to deplete your health and knock you out of the game. Picking on one of your mates and generally ruining everyone else's fun in Bowser mode may be great, but it is also very one-sided, with whoever is playing Bowser winning 4 out of 5 games. But hey, at least it utilises the gamepad and allows up to 5 players to participate, so that's something. However, don't get me started on Amiibo Party, where you absolutely have to have one of the designated Amiibos to even play, making it basically paid for DLC in the game. If you haven't got Mario, Luigi, Peach or whoever Amiibo already, don't fall for its classic Mario Party charms. While it does let you move around the board on your own and not in a dreaded cart, the maps are really small and square, simple affairs, and the mode doesn't actually do anything innovative with the Amiibos, other than using them as totems and forcing you to tap them every single time you want to roll. There are a few other options in Mario Party 10 aside from the shop where you unlock 2 extra characters and new vehicles, such as a badminton game where you can play solo or in doubles, which I guess is cool if you like Mario Party Tennis, but gets pretty tedious otherwise. There's also a Jewel Drop, a Bejeweled-like game, but there's not really much to say about that, apart from that it's like Bejeweled, and 2 Bowser Jr. challenges, which are fun, especially the one where you chase Bowser Jr. around with a mallet. My favourite of the additional modes was the minigame tournament and knockout challenge, where you play minigames against your pals in a tournament-like style, where of course there could only be one winner. So here's my verdict. While Mario Party 10 will definitely still be fun for kids and groups of friends, this instalment definitely feels like a dumbed down, simplified, less competitive version of previous games in the series. While the minigames are still really fun and it looks good, most of the changes made to the game are for the worse, aside from Bowser mode, which is really fun and brings back all those arguments you've probably craved since Mario Party 4. While I wouldn't say don't go out and buy it, you know, if you like Mario Party and you love that kind of thing, then you should definitely still try it, maybe when it's a bit cheaper. I would say if you're going to play a Mario Party game, make it Mario Party 2.